let's start with the sketch. So I want to sketch on the display. Start with the display. That's okay. So select the circle in the display. So let's define the dimension is the 40 diameter. Press enter, close, and finish sketch. So I want to extrude it. Extrude, and let's make it the extrude is the distance here. The let me check the distance here. Is the let's define the distance the 115 the minus you can write that as a formula 10 minus 25. I am taking the sketch, so this I extruded into this distance, so it is the distance of the this. So yeah, now I will go with the sketch. So select the sketch, select the display, press OK. Now I will draw the circle with the diameter of the 30 millimeter in the on the display. So dimension, the rapid dimension. So it's the 30 millimeter. Finish sketch. So here again extrude, and here is the always check the filter. The single is okay in all the cases, but here my distance is the 30 millimeter. It's the 25 millimeter. I want to make this 25 millimeter. Press enter, and here I want to make the unite as a boolean. So always to make the unite, so it will be the same element. Press OK. So now I will draw the sketch again, and the lower part here sketch. Press OK. So let's see. Let's analyze one more thing. So let's I delete this one. Let's define. Let's learn the how to the properly learn the plane orientation. For example, if I select the sketch, and if I select this plane, and you see here the z-axis is in the z direction, and the y-axis in the z direction, and this one is that. It's set by default. It's selected like this. In this case, keeping this case, if I select here the okay, it will be look the zoom it in this way. It's okay. It's the for my cases. It's okay. Just it's the good for my case. For example, if I go to the sketch here, select this plane in here, in the specify the coordinate system, go to the specify the coordinate system, and here you can change your coordinate system. You see it is the change it by the here the reverse direction, specify the plane reverse direction, or you can specify this plane on this plane. You can change, and here you see the z-axis in the z direction, on the opposite direction. If in this keeping in this position, if I press OK and press OK, you see it will be zoomed from the Z position, you see. But I want to draw my line in here, and it is better to go for this sketch 5. But in the sketch 6, you see, if I double click the sketch 5, sketch 6, it will go from this plane, from this side. If I double click to do the sketch 5, so it will zoom it from this side. So sketch 5 in this case it's more the better, so because it is the very easy to work from this side. For example, if you want to draw any feature on this plane, so it's sketch 6, the orientation of the sketch 6 is better, so because it is zoomed. It is just the how to the efficiently to define the plane. So I will delete this one. So continue with the sketch 5. Double click on it. So here I will draw the circle. again the circle, copy dimension, and define it is the diameter is the 70 millimeter. So now I will convert this circle to the reference line. In order to do this, I'll select this one and convert to the reference. Now I will sketch the circle again. So this is the diameter of this circle. And the diameter of this circle, let's define as a 20 millimeter. So I want to locate this circle exactly on this one by using the geometric constraint. So geometric constraint. So point on curve can make this point on curve and make it horizontal. This one with this one. So I locate it here and close this one. And using the pattern curve, I want to make the pattern of this circle in the four sides. So using circular layout, so pattern curve. So here select the pattern curve of circle vector. There's a point that this one, but here I want to make it four. So in the four side. So you see, it's okay. Now I want to make the connection here using the line. Connect this line with this line. So just connect these circles. It should be the tangent. Sorry, Control Z. So not here. Control Z. Let's for the just connect. Then we make the add the geometric constraint, the tangent constraint. So select the tangent. Here make it tangent this one and this one. Here the tangent we have all the other parts we have the tangent. So now just trim these circles, inner circles here in order to do this quick trim. And you can drag the mouse pressing, just move and this one, and you can delete these inners also. Sorry, Control Z. We keep the circle, that's the reference circle only. Delete the active circle. So now finished sketch. So you see we created this kind of shape on the top and the bottom of the element. Now we will extrude it with the distance of the 10 millimeters. So select the extrude here, not a single, but in this case we change the filter selection filter. If I select the single, you see it will select by the single line by single. You can select the single all the singles step by step, all of them. And if you select the end, or you see it will become the solid element. But here there is the more other options. For example, connected means that if you select the one, it will exactly the automatically select all the lines that's connected. Or infrared is the better in the case, so it's the same as a connected. Or you see you can tangent, you can use this tangent. Or you can see you can use the region boundary. By region it shows the region, you see. So there is the several options. Selection filter. So reverse direction, upward direction. So make it here the 10 millimeter, and I want to make it unite with this one, and press OK. So we obtained this element. So let's go on. Here I want to make for the view for the beginning and make it here in the view, that edit section view. I want to firstly make such view. I want to draw the element in the middle like this. So again, go to the home tab, select the sketch, and now I want to draw on this plane. You see that this plane is selected, and you see the arrow is on that direction, which I already highlighted, the plane orientation. So if I press OK, it will be zoomed in the proper way in my cases. So for example, if you let me again explain the plane orientation, I select this one, and if the plane orientation, for example, this case, you see the Z in the opposite direction, and press OK, it will be, you see, not in the proper conditions. So it is just the define the proper the plane orientation. So I will delete the sketch 8. We don't need it. Now I will keep the sketch 7. So double click on it. So now it's okay. So to draw the sketch on that view. So I will draw the sketch using the profile here. Firstly, I will draw the line like this, and draw. Continue with this one like this, and it is the slightly the angle. And
Professor, screen is not sharing.
Sorry.
Your screen
Okay,
is not sharing.
Just a moment. It is automatically this. It's not my default. Sorry. Kindly remind me if the automatically the sharing the screen is the stopped. Okay, but I don't know why. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I will continue with this sketch. Just a moment. So here select the profile. I was stopped in the origin, so I will continue here to until this end, and I will connect these lines. So to connect close my sketch. So this is my sketch. So finish the sketch. So double click on it. So you can define the dimensions here. Here the dimensions is that's the dimension. So let's make it, this one is the, double click on it, 30 millimeter, and we can make it here the geometric constraint, and make it collinear in this one, or we can make it this one. No, let's control that, let's keep it here. So that's the, yeah, we can finish, so we can make it direct revolve of this sketch. So we created our sketch. So let's go to the revolve and select here let's infer in the filter. So select here the sketch, and here select the vector of the rotation, here this vector, and here the specify the vector and the point. So the center point is okay now. That's okay. Now it's, you see the revolving. You can see that it's revolving along this axis. So in the boolan subtract, so it's subtracted from the whole element. So press OK. Now you see we obtained this feature, and we can go to the view and just close this one. Okay, you can see this is our element is obtained by the revolving the inner element. So for example, I missed for example the hole on this feature. Let's make the hole on this feature. In order to do this, you can draw the hole. You can draw the circle on this face, and then make the extrude and make the boolean as a subtract. But here in our sketch, this is our sketch of this element. We can go to this sketch. You can go to this sketch and just draw the holes here, the circles, for example, the circles here with the diameter of the 10 millimeter. And you can just bring you can just here, you see the select, it is the circle is selected, it's drawn, so press OK. If you press OK, it will directly create the holes in this feature. because we selected here the boundary, or you can make it here the different element, or you can let's keep it a boundary. So you can just edit your the element. So this is the our element. Now let's go on. Now let's go on the features, other features. Now I want to create the new features. In order to do this, we have this option. That's datum plane is the important. Now we created our the model mostly based on the this. Let's the I will the made it on this datum plane. So we have the this reference datum plane. We created our the model starting from the this datum plane, or starting from the this any planes that is the created on the our the model. So with the this plane or this plane on this plane. But if you want to create a more the complex model, you need to additional create the plane. For example, I want to create the plane at any distance or at any angle. For in order to do this, we have here the datum plane option in the feature group. So let's create a new datum plane. So create a datum plane, press this one, and here datum plane dialog box open, and there is several options. The several options you can create the datum plane at a distance, at any angle, at the bisector. We will see step by step. Let's now use the data distance, and I want to create the datum plane at a distance. Here to specify the plane, you can create the datum plane at a distance and any plane. For example, select this plane. You see it start to create the datum plane here at a distance of the this plane. Selected plane at a distance of the, here the 62 millimeter. You can specify the here the any value, and you can reverse the direction of the plane orientation, or here you can reverse direction of the your the datum plane. You see on the that side, you can specify the here the distance of the and you can hear the number of the here the one. If you press the 2 here, it will create the 2 datum planes at the series, and so on. Press OK. You see the datum plane is created. If you create the datum plane, for example, not a reference reference, but using the face. For example, I want to create the datum plane at a distance from this surface. You see, it will create the same with the distance and with the 2. So it is the how to create the datum plane at a distance. It is very important tool, because in the complex shapes we need to create the datum planes. So here you see that datum plane is created for, but we don't need all of them. Just delete all of them for the beginning. Now we will create our the datum plane for the element with the specific distance. So here distance. So I want to create the datum plane at a distance. Here I will make it 1, because 1 is enough for me. And let's define the distance of this one is the 55. Press enter. And the plane orientation here important. This one should be in the that direction. In my case, not in the that direction. So okay. So in the right side. So press OK. So here I created my datum plane, and I want to draw the sketch on this datum plane. In order to do this, select the sketch, and I will select this new datum plane. I select this one, press OK, and you see it will be zoomed. And I want to draw the circle here, and make it using the smart dimension, and define it is the diameter. It's a 30 millimeter, and you see it is still moving, but I want to fix exactly on the y-axis. So I will use the geometric constraint as usual. So make it vertical alignment, this point with this point, so it will vertically align it. Now it only the moves in the vertically, not in the horizontal is fixed. But I need to again the vertically align it by using the dimension in the picture. So this is the height of this from this point to this point is the 50. the picture is the given. If you need the picture of the model, I will share it, and you can model by yourself. Unfortunately, I didn't show you. I will show you later maybe. So you see we created the circle. You see on the dead plane which we created at the distance from the here is 55 millimeters. So finish sketch. So you see we created the sketch on the dead plane. Now I want to uh, extrude it. So extrude here the selection filter, the boundary is okay. So it is the extruding on the dead direction. Let's reverse the direction. But in the here, I want to extrude this until this surface of the cylinder. In this case, there is the good option here, the end limit. I will select until the selected or until the extended. In the until the extended, you have to specify the future. For example, I will select this one. You see, it will extrude exactly until this surface. Very useful tool. So, because it will be exactly that fits on the shape that obtains the shape of this cylinder. And here, the boolan must be unite with the total system. Press OK. Now you see we created the model, such a complex model. So, and we can make it view here. You see, then the half view, the cross section view. It is extruded until this cylindrical element. Now we will continue this one. I want to make the hole here. To make the hole again, the sketch. And in this case, I will select this plane, this surface, this face. You can select this one because they are in the same plane. It does not matter. You can select this one. And now, because we have here the face, select OK, circle, center point, and let's define the dimension of this circle is the diameter is the 15. Press enter. Finish sketch. So you see we created the hole, that's a circle on the dead plane. Now we can extrude it again. Select this one and the reverse direction. You can just reverse from here, reverse direction, but I want to extrude it and make it here the cut until here. You can make it, drag it here, or you can define here some value, for example, until the selected. In this case, until the selected, you see select the inner face, you see insert face, but it does not work. I think that make it subtract. So let me check, does it work or no? So I think that not work. So in this case, we will make just the value. The value is enough. So you see, you can drag here until the middle. Just be sure that it will intersect the hole here. And so the subtract, and it will subtract from the hole. Press OK. So let's see the result. Go to the view, the edit section. So now you see it is the subtracted and this way. Select the home. So now here we have the chamfer option. In the future, you can add the chamfer. Let's check the chamfer. And here we have the several options of the chamfers. 3 options in general. We can make this create the symmetric chamfer, asymmetric, or with the angle. Symmetric chamfer, you mean 2 millimeter. You can create, for example, in the edge of the edge elements. You select the edge. You see the chamfer is created, the symmetric edge. So you see the chamfer is created, and press OK. Is it? Can hide this one. It's a symmetric chamfer. It's a 2 millimeter chamfer. And I want to add the chamfer here on this edge. So select the chamfer again. But I want to make it as a offset and angle. In the offset angle, you see specify the distance and the angle. For example, let's make it 45 and select this one. So you see it will be create with the angle and the offset distance. So this is how to create the chamfer. Also, you can add here the edge blend. That's the radiuses. The radius here you have to specify the edge where you want to create the blend, and you can specify the radius. For example, I want to create the edge blend here on the this. You see, it will be becomes radius. So what is the important is the giving the edge blend. Since this we have this cylindrical element, and here we have this rectangular element, and this cylindrical element and the rectangular element is the same element which we use the boolean in the unite. But if they are not united, so it is impossible to add the edge blend between them. So because it's important, so this is the important, because you see, if I go to this extrude, you see it is the united with this element. So if it is not united, you are not able to add the edge blend or this edge. Okay, so let's say edge blend. We can add the edge blend, for example, here in this side. You see it will be in this side. That's okay. So this is the how to add the edge blend. You can hide here the sketch, the plane, for example, which we created. Hide this one. So let's go on. Now let's create another feature on this side. In order to do this, let's create again the plane, new datum plane we have to create. So let's use again at the distance. Now I want to create at the distance. Now as a reference, I will select this plane, but on the reverse direction. So reverse direction. So at the reverse direction, the distance is the same, the 55. So what is the important here? The plane orientation. So here the plane orientation. You see the plane orientation in this case it's creating on that direction. What it is the right side. Let's see what's going on with this one. Press OK. We are the plane orientation on that direction, and I want to create the sketch on this new plane. So select the sketch. Select the descent. You see in this case the z-axis is that one, and the right side the same as a plane orientation. And if I press OK, it will go from this side. So you see we are in from this side of the future. But let's I will delete this one and hide this plane. Let's create a new plane with another plane orientation at a distance. So reverse the direction. Now let's reverse the orientation. You see here the reverse orientation. Now you see the reverse orientation. Now my orientation in that direction. So it is important to create the best way the plane. So it is the good way to create in this case plane orientation that direction. Why? Let's see. Press OK. Now sketch. I want to select this one, and now you see the Z1 is here is okay, but Y is in the downward direction. But if I press OK, it will be the reverse the view, but it's not so proper by cases. Now I also let's change the Y direction also. In order to change the Y direction, let's press sketch again. Press this one. Z is okay. Let's change the Y. In order to change the Y, go to here, specify the vector, and change here, not this one, but this one. Now it's okay. You see the Y is the upward direction, that is in the normal to the view. Press OK. Just press OK. Now it's in my cases now it's okay to work with such kind of view for this case. See, we are in this side, and the model is in a good position, in a good view. So now we can create the model here, the sketch. So sketch this one, the circle. Let's define it as the dimension. It's the 80 millimeter. So still it is the moving. Let's the constraint it. So we have already time before, but let's finish this model. So I will vertical locate it. Let's define this distance from the origin to the center of my circle. It's a 70 millimeter. Press OK. So I created my circle here. Now let's finish, and let's double click on this one. Let's create the circles again. directly on this sketch, the circle with the 10 millimeter, and let's define the distance from this center to this center. Sorry, copy dimension. Distance from here, the center of this one is the 30 millimeter. So geometric constraint, vertical. Here the vertical is selected with this one, so it's vertically located. So select here the pattern feature. I want to make it circular pattern. Select the curve. This one. Specify the center. This one. So 4 is enough in my case. 4 in the degree of this one. So press OK. Now finish sketch. So you see, I created the model, the sketch on the dead plane at the distance of the 155 millimeter. Now I will extrude it. Select extrude. The boundary, you see, it will select the boundary. You see the holes is automatically created since it will not take into account the hole. So reverse the direction, but here make it the distance of the 10 millimeter at the end limit. Press enter. So here the boolean should be then known. If you make the unite, it will be you see here the alarm, the mistake, because you see that this model is not intersected with this one, so you are not able to make the unite. So you will need only gmaster known, so it will be the separate element. Then we will later the unite this one and this one later. Now we will see that. Now use the boolean as a known. Press OK. Now it works. Now I want to make another feature here to connect with this one. So select the sketch. So you can select the this face. The plane orientation is important. Now as you see, it's okay. Press OK. It will be go from this side. So press circle. So if you bring the mouse and the edge of this circle, you see the center is representing. You see that you can go and select this circle and draw the circle here. Let's define the diameter of this circle is the 30 millimeter. Finish sketch. So it is the moved from the center. We need to bring it's the center to this bigger hole. So we can make it's a geometric constraint. So we can make it concentric. We can use concentric. It means that brings the center of the two circles in the same point. So this one and this one. So you see it will become in the center, the same point. Finish sketch. Now it's okay. So let me change this sketch. The distance, let's make it a little bit lower. Let's make it 60. Finish sketch. Now it's okay. Now extrude, select extrude. I want to extrude this one. And here as an end value, start value is 0, starting from this one, and end value until the selected. You can use selected this feature, so it will extrude until this one. So in this case, let's make it. In this case, I want to make unite. You see, you can unite with this one or this one. There is two options. Let's make a unite with this one. It will accept it. And now this one and this one will be the same element, but this one is separate. Now if we want to make unite all the systems, here we have in the future there is the separate unite function. Select the unite, and here you see it is the different element, these two, and this is the different element. So we unite this one with this one, then they will become the same element because there is the connection. Here we have the connection. Press OK. Now it's okay. So we will continue with the other two features in order to do this. Again, select sketch, this plane, the orientation. You see the Y is in the downward direction. Let me change it to a better position. So it's okay now. Okay, press OK. Now it's okay. You see, circle in the center. Let's you can directly type in this way 30%. Don't worry with this red one. So let's extrude it. The reverse direction. We can make it here until here. You see the intersection, but unfortunately I didn't make it subtract here the subtract. So now sorry here here the diameter. Let me check uh, the diameter of this one and with this one. So let me check that this one is this is the not 30, but this is the smaller. It's a 15. It was the 15, the same as the opposite one. It's a 15 diameter. Finish the sketch. Okay, let's delete this one. Let's do another. So plane orientation. So reverse direction. Okay, okay. Make it circle here. Rapid dimension. And this is the not the 30, but the okay. So it is the 15. So like this one, reverse direction till here, and not unite, but subtract. Press OK. Now it's okay. We can go to the view, section. You can see our the section now. You see our the section is okay. The house view. What is the important here? What is the important here? What I want to highlight here. Let me just here you see we used here the unite function before this extrude function, so it is the okay because we united this portion of element with this portion of element, and it will become the united. Then we used extrude function. That means that we extruded, and in the boolean we cut it. You see, they cutted, they subtracted this from this portion and this portion directly in the same time. If we not united these two elements in advance here in this line, it was not able, we are not able to just make this subtraction. For example, let's say I will delete this unite, and it will be the mistake here. You see that it is not subtracted here, this element, this portion element, because this one and this one is not the same element. If you make the unite, let's make it unite this one and this one, press OK. But here the unite is the up after this one. So, and if you bring this one is done the upper, so just press this one and drag your mouse from the unite, from the extrude. You see unite is the before this extrude. Now you see this portion is the open it here. This is the important. So the logic is the important in the sequences also. So in the sequences order, they will work as in a better way. So this is the model. Then you can add some here the fillets the same way. So go home, select the edge blend. Here select this one. Here select this one. Okay. Now we can hide these planes and these sketches. In order to do this, you can go to the here as usual, show and hide menu. Here, press the sketch. Here, the hide the sketch. The sketch is the hide it. And if you want to hide the plane, here the datums. Select here the datums. And if you want to hide all the bodies, so solid body, you see, solid body is hidden. but if you want to present it, press here to present it. So this is the model. They can give to the color as usual. Go to the view, edit object display, select the object. It should be the united object, so all of the hours united. So color, any color you can give as you want. So also you can define that it is the material. Here the tool, here the materials. So menu, tools, the materials. You can go to the assign the material. So and here you see in the library there's several materials available. So starting with the steels, even if there is the plastic materials, aluminum, the iron, cast iron, you see several materials. So what is important, you have to select the body here. This is body selected. Now you can assign the material. Let's assign for example, the aluminum, and just press OK. So the material is assigned here, and you can just then analyze the